None of us are getting any younger. Two tunes to remind us of that today. The Auld Man's Mare's Deed and the Auld Grey Cat. The Auld Man's Mare's Deed is one of the earliest tunes that works in Strathspey tempo or Strathspey rhythm. It's not strictly a Strathspey, I suppose, but that's the history of that. And the Auld Grey Cat is probably an Irish tune from the mid-19th century. They both have Auld in the title, and they're both in E minor. So that's the rationale behind this set. The notes are available as a free download. Just follow the link in the description box, and the notes should appear on the screen also, so you can take your pick. We'll start with the Strathspey. Let's try it. The bowing isn't too challenging in this one, so we'll try it with even quavers, but with the bowing. After 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. It gets a bit leapy in the second part. So let's just try that again. Maybe slightly slower. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So there's the leap down to the D, and then the leap back up to the E, and we're leapfrogging the A string in the middle. It's quite useful to use the high F sharp as a sort of springboard. And it gives you the arch to jump onto the D. Just from that bar. Dee-a-dum, 2, 3, 4. And again, 4. And then back up. So that's the contour of the melody. The words are quite colourful. The old man's mare's deed, the poor man's mare's deed. The old man's mare's deed, a mile up in Dundee. And the lyrics go on to describe this decrepit old horse with the refrain, and yet the horse did die. It's a sort of ironic look back. I suppose it's meant to be quite a humorous song, but the reality of the old man losing his horse was probably his loss of income as well. So it's these songs always offer some sort of social perspective. Right, anyway, enough of that. Back to the tune, this time with the rhythm. Still nice and slow though. 3 and 4. really comes to life with the rhythm. And now, an interesting feature are the even quavers that are printed, and they offer a third category of articulation. In the strathspey, it's come to have two main rhythms: the dotted rhythm or the snap rhythm. The dotted rhythm is the dotted quaver and the semiquaver, and the snap rhythm is the reverse, the semiquaver and the dotted quaver. But especially in older strathspeys from the 18th, early 19th century, you see a third category of even quavers, and people say, "Oh, well, that's not really in keeping with the spirit of the strathspey." But the spirit of the strathspey has, I suppose, become essentialised in the course of the 19th century. So, waving the flag for equal quavers. Let's try it again, a bit quicker. 3, 4. There we go. Now, just back to this second measure, because in the first bar, we have these snap rhythms. Ta, 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 ta. And to get a nice articulation on the snap, you need to steal a bit of time from the long crotchet, so you can go more from a standing start. It gives it a real sort of tactility instead of trying to make it all legato and continuous. So let's slow it down a little bit from the second measure, 3 and 4. And the same in the second bar there, just so you can really get a kick onto the short note, the semiquaver. That's that. So that's the Old Man's Mare's Deed. It was composed by the Kinghorn fiddler Petie Burney, who was patronised by the nobility of Fife, but I think he ended his days playing fiddle on the ferry across the Firth from between the Queensferries, South Queensferry near Edinburgh and North Queensferry in Fife. And he'd play on the ferry, and he'd play in the taverns. He had a friend who would get up on the table and dance as he was playing. They must have had some great parties. That's Petie Burney. Anyway, that's the strathspey. On to the reel. The Auld Grey Cat. Now, I've added some bowing to this. You can try it if you like. It gives it a bit of a groove. But if you prefer it straight, feel free to play it however you like. Anyway, let's just try it slowly, without any bowing, until we get the contour of the melody under our fingers, and then we'll try it with the bowing. So first, no bowing. The yum thum tea, and 1, 2, 3, 4. tempo, quite a popular melody. In the last two lines, in the repeat of the second measure, I've added a bit of chording. We can look at that just quickly. It assumes that you'll play the E as a fourth finger rather than an open string. Let's try it anyway. So from the repeat of the second measure, 3, 1, 2. Something like that anyway. Just for, it's sometimes nice to do a variation on the repeat. Right, same sort of tempo with the bowing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you'll have noticed that on the repeat of the second measure, the bowing changes to accommodate the chording. But if you want to just repeat the second measure first time, you can do whatever you want. Right. So that's that. Let's just quickly look at going from the Old Man's Mare's Deed into the Auld Grey Cat. What we'll do is just slow down and then off into the new tempo. Something like that. Right, here we go then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. See you next time.